Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a political showdown that you won't want to miss. Reform UK MP Lee Anderson recently unleashed a scathing critique of Prime Minister Keir Starmer, declaring him the most unpopular Prime Minister in my lifetime, and an absolute disaster. This is not just your everyday political banter. Anderson's comments come at a crucial time as Starmer grapples with serious controversies that could shape the future of the Labour Party. In this video, we'll unpack Anderson's fiery remarks, explore the implications for Starmer's leadership, and examine the growing concerns among voters. But before we jump into this heated discussion, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more engaging content on UK politics. Let's get started. Our story begins with a blistering interview on GB News, where Lee Anderson didn't mince words while discussing Prime Minister Starmer's leadership. The Reform UK MP's criticism was pointed and cutting, as he called Starmer an absolute disaster and claimed he is the most unpopular Prime Minister in my lifetime. This condemnation is not coming out of nowhere. It's grounded in a series of decisions that have left both the public and Labour Party members questioning Starmer's capability to lead. Starmer, who has been in office for just about 10 weeks, is already facing a plethora of issues. Anderson pointed out that Starmer's blunders have been consistent, stating he has been making gaffes all over the place. The implications are serious. Anderson believes that Starmer's leadership is not just ineffective, it's a complete mess. "Look at the state of him," he remarked, echoing a sentiment shared by many critics. One of the most contentious points in this saga is the ongoing debate around donations to Starmer and other senior figures within the Labour Party. Amid growing concerns about transparency and accountability, questions are being raised about the integrity of Starmer's leadership. This issue has not only damaged Starmer's public image, but also risked alienating potential voters who feel that the Labour Party is out of touch with the realities faced by ordinary citizens. Additionally, the recent decision to scrap winter fuel payments for thousands of pensioners has exacerbated public dissatisfaction. Starmer's Chancellor made this call during a time when many elderly individuals are struggling to make ends meet, and Anderson wasted no time in addressing this controversial move. "He's completely out of touch with the country," Anderson exclaimed, emphasising that such decisions only serve to widen the gap between the Labour Party and the people it claims to represent. The discussion then shifted to immigration, a topic that has long been a divisive issue in UK politics. During the interview, Starmer attempted to soften the narrative around immigration, acknowledging that many citizens have valid concerns. He stated that those worried about immigration should not automatically be categorised as far-right extremists. Many people across the country are concerned about immigration, but they wouldn't for a minute go onto the street and throw a brick at a police officer, he said. However, Anderson was quick to counter this, suggesting that Starmer's comments were an attempt to placate a frustrated electorate without genuinely addressing the underlying issues. "What you have to realise is, Sir Keir Starmer was never intended to be the PM of this country," Anderson argued, indicating that Starmer's original role was more about maintaining party unity than offering real leadership. Anderson's comments hint at a broader dissatisfaction with Starmer's approach to governance. Many believe that rather than providing clear and decisive leadership, Starmer has merely been reacting to crises as they arise. Anderson went on to suggest that the Labour Party had initially intended for West Streeting to lead, a claim that raises questions about Starmer's legitimacy and the party's long-term strategy. As the interview continued, Anderson emphasised his belief that Starmer is in over his head. He needs to go away somewhere and reflect on his behaviour since becoming Prime Minister, he said, suggesting that Starmer's missteps are not only damaging to his leadership, but also harmful to the Labour Party's reputation as a whole. Just when you thought things couldn't get worse for Starmer, a new scandal has emerged, drawing parallels to Boris Johnson's infamous Partygate. This time, it involves a video message Starmer filmed during the COVID pandemic, which has raised eyebrows and prompted accusations of misleading the public. Starmer recorded a COVID message urging Britons to stay home and get vaccinated while appearing to be in the comfort of his own home, complete with family photos and greeting cards in the background. However, it has since been revealed that this video was actually shot in a lavish £18 million penthouse in Covent Garden, owned by Labour donor Lord Alley. As GB News presenter Stephen Dixon quipped, "Surely it's not another Partygate." The implications are staggering. Many viewers are now questioning whether Starmer tried to deceive the public by making it seem like he was addressing them from his own home. This revelation has sparked outrage, with some claiming that Starmer is playing fast and loose with the truth at a time when integrity is paramount. Political correspondent Olivia Utley also chimed in, noting the absurdity of the situation. "It's all a little bit weird. He claims he was using it because his son needed space to revise during the election season for his GCSEs, but the timing doesn't seem to match up." Critics are seizing upon these discrepancies to further undermine Starmer's credibility. The Conservative Party has swiftly called on Starmer to explain his actions, demanding transparency regarding his use of Lord Ali's penthouse for political purposes. This controversy is particularly damaging given Labour's recent attempts to rehabilitate its image after years of internal strife and public scepticism. Moreover, internal dissatisfaction within the Labour Party is reportedly growing. Rumours are swirling that MPs are critical of Starmer's handling of recent scandals, and with good reason. The juxtaposition of Labour's recent conference, the first in 15 years while in government, with Starmer's mounting controversies, paints a troubling picture of a party struggling to regain the trust of the electorate. What's particularly disconcerting is how the Labour Party's challenges reflect broader societal issues. Starmer's government is facing scrutiny at a time when economic conditions are tough and public discontent is palpable. As the economy falters and as the public faces rising costs, Labour's ability to connect with the concerns of everyday citizens is increasingly in question. The criticism doesn't end there. Reform MP for South Basildon and East Thurrock, James McMurdoch, has been vocal in his condemnation, stating that "it's blindingly obvious that Labour are already failing to keep our streets safe." This statement came in the wake of another concerning news story regarding early releases from prison, which has further fueled the debate about Labour's capability to manage crime effectively. Anderson's tirade against Starmer serves as a poignant reminder of the growing discontent with Labour's leadership, not just among the opposition, but within the party itself. As we wrap up today's discussion, it's evident that Keir Starmer's tenure as Prime Minister is fraught with challenges. From being labelled as the most unpopular PM by Lee Anderson to facing a new scandal reminiscent of Partygate, Starmer's leadership is under intense scrutiny. With the Labour Party grappling with issues of transparency, credibility and effective governance, the question remains, can Starmer turn the tide, or is he destined to become a footnote in British political history? The clock is ticking, and public sentiment is shifting rapidly. As always, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think Starmer can recover from these controversies, or is it too late? Leave your comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more insightful analyses on UK politics. We've got a lot more in store for you.